Here is a clear, easy to understand explanation of Article 353 of the Indian Constitution. Article 353, Effect of Proclamation of Emergency. Article 353 of the Indian Constitution explains what happens to the powers of the Union Government and Parliament when a national emergency is in force. This article forms a key part of the emergency provisions under Part 18 of the Constitution. It ensures that during extraordinary situations, such as war, external aggression, or armed rebellion, the central government has enough authority to protect the nation and maintain stability. Strengthening the Union's executive power. Under normal conditions, India follows a federal system where powers are divided between the Union and the states. However, when a national emergency is declared under Article 352, Article 353 temporarily changes this balance. Clause A states that the executive power of the Union expands significantly. The central government can give directions to any state regarding how it must exercise its own executive powers. This means the Union can instruct states on administrative, policing, or governance matters that normally fall within state jurisdiction. Such directions override anything else in the Constitution because national unity and security become the highest priority. Expansion of Parliament's legislative power. Clause B deals with the legislative power of Parliament. Normally, Parliament can make laws only on subjects in the Union list, and states make laws on matters in the state list. But during an emergency, Parliament can pass laws even on subjects that do not belong to the Union list. This ensures that Parliament is not restricted by federal boundaries when quick and decisive action is required. Additionally, Parliament can also confer powers, impose duties, or authorize the creation of responsibilities on Union authorities, officers, or institutions in connection with these matters. This flexibility is important during emergencies, when the nation may need coordinated and centralized command. When the emergency applies only to part of India. The Constitution also recognizes that sometimes an emergency may not cover the whole country, it may be limited to a particular region. To handle such situations, the proviso to Article 353 clarifies that the special powers of the Union and Parliament also extend to other states if activities in the affected area threaten the security of India or any part of its territory. For example, if an emergency is declared in a border state because of external aggression, and hostile activities begin affecting a neighboring state, the Union can give directions to that neighboring state as well, even though the emergency is not formally declared there. This ensures that threats do not spread unchecked. Purpose and significance. The overall purpose of Article 353 is to empower the Union with swift and unified control during situations that threaten national security. But at the same time, these powers are temporary and operate only while the emergency is in force. Once the emergency ends, the normal federal structure is restored. This article reflects the Constitution's balanced approach. It prefers a federal structure during peace but chooses a strong centralized system during crisis, ensuring the protection of the nation above everything else. The Constitution of India. Part 18. Emergency Provisions. Article 353. Effect of Proclamation of Emergency. While a proclamation of emergency is in operation, then A. Notwithstanding anything in this Constitution, the executive power of the Union shall extend to the giving of directions to any state as to the manner in which the executive power thereof is to be exercised. B. The power of Parliament to make laws with respect to any matter shall include power to make laws conferring powers and imposing duties, or authorizing the conferring of powers and the imposition of duties, upon the Union or officers and authorities of the Union as respects that matter, notwithstanding that it is one which is not enumerated in the Union list. Provided that where a proclamation of emergency is in operation only in any part of the territory of India. 1. The executive power of the Union to give directions under Clause A, and 2. The power of Parliament to make laws under Clause B, shall also extend to any state other than a state in which or in any part of which the proclamation of emergency is in operation if and in so far as the security of India or any part of the territory thereof is threatened by activities in or in relation to the part of the territory of India in which the proclamation of emergency is in operation.